Cool, alright, so it's the start of week 3. We're 2 weeks ticked off, which is pretty cool. Starting to fly. Alright guys, what we'll do is we'll get up, start the warm up and get into it. You guys start running.
So I joined Wimps Warrior because of all the weight I gained and how much my lifestyle had changed during chemotherapy. You know, before chemotherapy I was high 80s, low 90s in weight, and when I finished treatment I was 128 kilos, and that was simply because of the steroids that they had me on to keep me going through the chemotherapy. You know, it's a bit like Frankenstein, they kill you to keep you alive. And so yeah, with all the weight that I gained, like everyday things became a whole lot harder, whether it was walking down the street, you know, going to dinner with my girlfriend, going out to Vic Markets, whatever, walking around, everything became harder. And that was on top of all the side effects like the nerve pain and my damaged heart and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm doing this to try and fight for my lifestyle and get it back to where I want to be so that things can go back to the way they were. You know, I can be that loving boyfriend full of energy and all the rest. I can, you know, be that uncle who plays with his nephews and all the rest of that stuff, and I can have that energy and I can have that freedom to do what I want again and not be constrained by what's happened to me. I found a lump in my neck one day while I was helping some family renovate a house. So it's pretty much by I think it was end of Jan, beginning of February last year, when I was actually officially diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma stage 2B. It was certainly a shock. You know, in your mid-20s you expect to be out partying and having fun, not, you know, going to hospital to be treated by cancer. I know my partner, she was very upset about it. I was sort of in shock about it for several weeks. I think it really didn't hit home for me until I started sort of losing my hair and putting on weight because of the drugs they were giving me to keep me going. Cancer can be understood, but it's really something to be experienced. Until you've lived through it and experienced it yourself, you can understand things logically, but you don't understand what it feels like. You don't understand how nerve-wracking it is to, you know, not be able to get enough sleep because you're sweating so much, to, you know, barely be able to walk down to the bathroom 10 steps away because it's so much of an effort. There were days I was literally bedridden, and it was an effort to get up and go to the bathroom. You know, I had nerve pain that if I was walking, I'd suddenly have ripping nerve pain up my legs or through my arms and stuff like that, so I wouldn't be able to do whatever I was trying to do, whether it's reaching for a glass or whether it was walking to the couch or doing something like that. I've got like virtually no immune system still, it's still being rebuilt. So I'm actually, as of the other week when I went to the hospital, I'm on a couple of supplements to help me stay hydrated and help me recover, because your immune system produces all those things that repair your muscles after a workout and boost your immune system and stuff like that. And because I don't have one, you know, my aches and pains tend to last a little bit longer and things like that. My girlfriend thought I was crazy. She thought that I was going to go to the tryouts and that'd be it. I must admit, like at tryouts, I said to my girlfriend that I was disappointed with my performance. I thought I could have done better. I think I spent more time with my head in a bucket than I did actually trying out on the mat. But she was very nervous for me just because of the health implications and things like that. She still thinks I'm crazy getting up early every morning to go to train, but she just wants me to be careful and maintain healthy. So, you know, as long as I can do it and not get hurt and keep going, she's happy that I'm, you know, feeling a bit more confident and losing weight and getting energy back. So, yeah, Bianca's a huge part of my cancer journey. She was the one who was, you know, supporting me when I was feeling really sick. She was the one who was always, you know, getting my medication or ringing the hospital to double check that whatever I was going through was normal. And she's been a huge support since. You know, there's always times where she's like, you know, you might be pushing it a little bit, I think you should slow down. But she's actually been a huge support, and even if we sort of butt heads a little bit and disagree over whether or not I should do it, if I want to do something badly enough, she's like, okay, do it, just be careful. and you know, she's the main reason that I managed to get through the through my whole diagnosis and all my treatment in such a way that I'm here today. You know, without her, it would have been so much harder to do this without her support.
Not going to go straight back, I'm going to go side to side. So I'm going to be here, hand up, I'm going to go to one way, then I'm going to swap, then go to the other. To one way, to the other. See how my hand's up every time? Boom. All the way to the edge of mat.
Some mornings when I get up and come to training, it's a bit harder. I'll have some nerve pain or I have some discomfort from side effects. Like some mornings are better than others. You know, some mornings I come in here and I'm ready to rock and roll. Other mornings I come in and I'm just like, I need 10 minutes just to ease my way into training a bit slower than usual. The biggest thing is basically my heart. The chemo drug they gave my heart has given me what's called cardiomyopathy. Basically means my heart's about 10 years older than I am. So even though I'm 25, I'm training with a 35-year-old's heart. And so that's something that's one of the reasons I want to train, is to get my cardio fitness back up and to get my health back up, because the healthier you are, the less likelihood I have of a recurrence of my cancer.
Okay, I'm going to walk towards them and they've got to get up in time. Okay, so in here. Okay, then you go down. Okay, so you get used to someone coming at you and stand up. Okay, 1 for 1. Let's go. Left shoulder and right shoulder. Grab a palm up, quick. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Since tryouts, I know tryouts, everyone was sort of nervous, like the air was crackling, everyone's like, oh, what are they going to do to us, what's going to happen? By end of week 3, you know, people know each other's names now, we're sort of coming together as a team. We have guys that we like to train with. The confidence in your own skills and stuff like that, like when we first came here, like learning how to bear crawl and stuff across the mat was like a big deal. And then this week we've learned some jiu-jitsu and wrestling escapes. We've learned pummeling. We've learned how to stand up. You think you know how to stand up? No, we've learned how to stand up in a fight. So yeah, it's just knowing that our bodies can move the way that the coaches are telling us and can do the things that the coaches are asking of us. And it's confidence in ourselves as to we can actually do this. We can do these movements. We can become warriors, essentially.